Good morning, people. Good morning, people. I hope you are having a wonderful morning and God is with you. Yeah. Sometimes we have asked ourselves so many questions. Why is my case so difficult? Why am I going through the things I'm going through? What is the solution? The solution is within you. Because we have sometimes some powers that is fighting against us. Until we can learn to battle against those powers that's stopping us from reaching to our goals and giving us a clear understanding about where we really want to be, and give us clear understanding what we need to let go of, what we need to hold on to. We cannot reach our destiny if we do not fight against all those powers. And those powers could be attitudes, those powers could be character, those powers could be laziness, those powers could be lack of wisdom, those powers could be ignorance, those powers could be um, ancestral foundations, those powers could be demonic, those powers could be jealousy, those powers could be setback. But we have to battle against powers to be able to reach our destiny, because there's so many things that stands before us in life sometimes that we need more wisdom with God than with our own understanding. Because when people talk about, why people always talk about God, yes, I know that nowadays they have a lot of hypocritical religious leaders who has turned the Bible or the Quran or the religion into a different place or different thing altogether. They got people who has taken religions for so many different purposes, for gain of money, riches, and benefit, power, and just name them. But when you feel the real true presence of God, you know that God is faithful to add all other things to your life once you trust Him with your heart, your soul, body, and your mind. But you cannot say you are a Christian and want to serve God and you do not dedicate yourself to God and expect God to bless you. God cannot bless you when you are not committed to Him. You have to surround everything to Him. You have to take like a challenge in Him. You got to challenge His power. You got to challenge His authority. You got to challenge yourself, and you got to make sacrifices. Not only preaching God in your mouth, but your attitude, your character, your ways, your image all have to speak God. Then God is able to move in a mysterious way. And that has been my own example in life. Because I knew all along from my childhood I have a calling. But I never wanted to follow this calling because I felt that it is not the right time. But now I understand that sometimes if you don't follow the calling that God has called you for, there will be greater obstacles because you are not carrying on the responsibility that God wants you to carry on. Because God has different individuals in this planet. And once you have the calling of God on your head, it's a responsibility that you have to take to be able to protect the ones that are part of your life. Because your calling is a gift to their own lives. And you protect them. But as long as as long as you stop your calling and stop doing or don't follow your calling, your life and the life of people who are involved with you always become an obstacle as well. And this I have learned. from the death of my father and my mother. Yes. So then I tell myself, say, God, have mercy upon me. I am about to do your will. Because that calling, I have found that I have fought the battle all by myself, but the battle has not been won by me. So that told me that, hey, you need more battle from above. You need more powerful man. You need more powerful soul that can put his arms around you and console you and shelter you. So the gift of the Spirit is faith. And faith can only work when you have a pure heart. With human beings, we live today as hypocrites to ourselves. We pretend to love God, but yet and still our hearts are so unpleasant for us ourselves. We shadow our hearts with anger. We shadow our hearts with bad talk. We shadow our hearts with negativity. We shower our heart with jealousy. We shadow our hearts with hatred. We just shadow our hearts. We don't allow our hearts to open. And God sees your heart. As long as your heart is shadowed, you cannot really feel God. You cannot really hear from Him. You cannot really touch where He wants you to touch and reach. Because He wants to fill your heart. He wants to feel the purity. He wants to flow in you that you can understand the true power and the strength where it comes from, where He is for you. And God is God, and He is real. When you look around you today, you look in the earth, you look in different places, you find out to know that the trees, the rivers, the day, the night, the ground, the plants, the birds, the animals, they were not there by themselves. They are not mistakes. They are created by someone that is far beyond your human understanding. Yeah. So, to understand what a pure heart stands for, you have to have control over your human flesh, your desires, your wishes, and allow God to be the answer to all what you desire in you. Because God is so much bigger, greater, wonderful than all the material things you see surrounding you or on the planet Earth. He can give you even triple more than that if you just ask Him for for His wisdom and allow Him to flow in your life and do what He is about to do. Just ask Him. Just pray and ask Him. Say, God, I need your direction. Direct my path. That doesn't mean that you have to sit in your house in front of the TV doing nothing, eating and sleeping and being being useless to yourself. No, that means that you can pray and ask for wisdom, but you make efforts yourself. Work hard, learn hard, look into yourself harder, and figure out things with wisdom that can impact your life. Help to go to places where you gain wisdom from people, and ask people for advice. Go on the internet, learn from other people. Get on the YouTube, learn something. Make your life every day meaningful. Take something meaningful that will impact your life, that will make you to grow. And also, I want to say something here. There's nothing on this earth worth fighting for. No material thing worth fighting for. Because you know why? We will leave everything right here. And the day we die, everything that we have worked for is gone. It's left here. And we gone with only the spirit not the body. So when the spirit is pure, then you know that when you lie down dead, you know where exactly you are going because you are free. You are happy. So live a pure-hearted life. Be an honest person to yourself and others. Be a person with good example. Be a person with honesty. Stand by your words and your ways. And tell people in their faces their wrongs and their rights. Do not deceive people. Do not be a hypocrite to yourself and other people. Be a person with reality. And through that, God sees your heart. Do not be a backbiter, a snake, green snake in the green grass. All these characteristics can hinder our blessing. And when God sees that we are so greedy, we just want to exploit other people's life and we want too much of material things. God do not give us material things. He only bless those who knows the value of what he's giving them. So I thank you for watching my video and hearing the word of courage from me. And I hope that this word can be an impact to your soul. That if you follow not on God, but in God, you give God your battles to fight. And when God fights your battles for you, it's more better than when you fight it for yourself. One love, people, and stay blessed. God is able.